So let's get straight to the point. Here's another Quickie Reviews episode, because clearly all of you wanted that more than you wanted my Higurashi dub video, as indicated on Twitter, because everyone voted for that. I need a drink of water. Anyways, so the story here is that my friend, who's currently in Lebanon with his family on vacation, wanted to watch a bunch of movies in the cinemas before he left. So we ended up watching 4 movies in a row in a cinema with only short breaks in between. It was quite the experience, I have to say. So without further ado, here's a review of those 4 movies. The walk was, pretty good. There's not much else I can really say about that. It just gets everything it needs to right. It gets how scary and daunting the whole walking on string thing is, how the atmosphere is, the cinematography, all the actors do their jobs, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, even with his kind of ridiculous sounding French accent, is pretty good, and even that French accent is pretty realistic to the person he's actually portraying. And overall, it's pretty good, and you should definitely go watch it. And as a side note, I kind of appreciate the fact there's no blatant references to 9/11 in there. Like, you'd think they'd go for that, but they don't, which is pretty nice. So yeah. The Intern was... it was alright. Not really anything special or big to write home about, but I liked it for what it was. There was no unnecessary drama or conflict really put in there, and no cringy jokes about old people and technology. Thankfully. And Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway put in the same good performances they always put in. And overall, it's just a nice little fun film to watch if you're just feeling bored. Well, I think that's really about it, so I don't know, just go watch it if you ever feel so inclined, but don't go out of your way to watch it, if you know what I mean. Legend was... good. Not as good as it could have been, but I still appreciated the story it had to tell, and it was all pretty interesting. Plus, Tom Hardy's performances both trends were, pretty great, and I really liked him for it. Even if I liked him better than Mad Max. But I think the ultimate problem with the film was that it kind of just went on a bit too long. Like, I was still interested and still, sort of engaged in the film, but I still felt bored at several points, and, this was the longest film out of the 4 movies I saw in cinemas. So, I don't know, I was kind of a little out of it. Still, I appreciated the movie for what it was, and I still liked it by the end, so just go ahead and watch it, if you're feeling so inclined. And the last film we saw in theaters was fittingly called The Lost Witch Hunter. And yeah, it was pretty much dumb fun. Just a nice little action film, nothing really big or special, but it's just nice, good fun. Nothing wasn't really boring, and in a fun plot that wasn't taking itself too seriously, it wasn't too silly. There was no shoehorned romance, and just some really good action and fight scenes. That was pretty much it, and I guess the only really fun thing to note about it is the fact that Vin Diesel's essentially playing his own Dungeons & Dragons character, so that's pretty fun. So yeah, go ahead and watch it if you just want to watch a nice little action film, really. So that just about ends this episode of Quickie Reviews. You all demanded for it, so I gave it to you, and there'll probably be more in the future, so I'll be making those and be on the lookout and so forth. And as for my friend who I watched all these films with, well, he'll be back from Lebanon soon enough, and we'll be watching Star Wars The Force Awakens, because who isn't hyped for that? So yeah, until next time guys, cheerio.